Yeah, but the McLaren's, I bet, is 2 point.
It's probably sub 3.
Is in the 2s.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Beyond the Spotlight podcast, hosted by myself. My name is Jack.
And Maiden.
We're jumping into it right away. We got a ton of topics to talk to you guys about today, so make sure you stick around for the whole podcast. I got a crazy story to tell you about when I was in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah?
So stick around to hear that. But we're already in an argument starting off this podcast, so we're going to figure out who's right between me and Aiden. We're arguing about what is faster, a Tesla Model 3 or a McLaren.
2018. Keep in mind, you're talking about Masons.
Yeah, okay, we'll say Masons. 2018 Tesla Model 3. Is it a performance?
No.
What is Masons? Because it's better than mine.
It's just the four-wheel. It just has a four-wheel drive.
Yeah, okay.
Or a McLaren.
The dual motors. What McLaren does Dan have?
570S.
He has
a 570 what?
S.
Okay, so we're going to compare right now. For
Jack
those of you who
thinks
care.
the Tesla is going to be
of
faster.
course. I think it's going to be a lot closer than you think.
No, I know it's going to be close, but I know that the McLaren would win.
McLaren 570S typically achieves 0 to 60 miles per hour in approximately 3.1 to 3.2 seconds.
Okay.
2018 Tesla Model 3 dual motor 0 to 60 speed. And I swear I won't lie to
Is
this.
his a dual motor?
Yeah, that's what it's
Oh, is
just
that what they
four-wheel
all are?
drive.
Oh.
Yep. 3.1 to 3.5. So what did I say before? 3.1 to 3.2. So they're basically the same. And one of them was a $24,000 car, and one of them was a $250,000 car.
But, I mean, you're getting two completely different cars, though.
Yeah,
Same
but if we're
speed,
getting it for speed, I'd rather have the $25,000 car.
Well, yeah.
From 60 to 120, the McLaren is destroying.
Yeah, for
McLaren's beating it from after 60.
Yeah. Hot take, bro. I would rather have a Tesla Model 3 performance like 2025 than a McLaren. I think they're more comfortable by a long shot. They're just as fast, dang near, and they have way more features.
Well, I think it just completely depends on what your goals are with it.
If it's a daily driver or not, basically.
Okay, if we're talking affordability, obviously, electric car,
Same
the
cost.
Tesla,
Same
cool.
cost. Let's say it's the same
Okay,
cost.
that's silly though. You're
Why?
just comparing a McLaren. That's not even the fastest McLaren. That's the base.
That's the cheapest McLaren you can buy, pretty much.
So, in my opinion, if it's the same cost, and I feel like most people would agree, you got to get the McLaren. Obviously, there's so many more perks with that McLaren. It's a more of a luxury. You've never actually driven Dan's.
You're right.
And so it's a difference between a $15,000 vehicle and a how much is
probably 200.
Yeah, okay,
200,000.
what are
So
we talking about? Less
the fabric,
comfortability,
everything.
tighter.
It's not less.
Yeah, it is.
What
It's
is? You
way
think
less
the
comfortable
The
than a Model
McLaren
3.
Yeah,
is less comfortable.
He's right. It rides terrible.
It's
Suspension
terrible.
is bad. They're low.
They're terrible.
And the seats are very stiff.
All right, moving
they're
on,
just
guys.
shitting
Moving on.
You guys are shitting on a supercar.
No, that's a crazy take. I love the McLaren way more. Actually,
My take is that it's way, I don't know. I would rather have a Model 3 as a daily driver than a McLaren. Moving on. One thing that I want to do right away off the rip is, you don't know anything about this, but I prepared some questions for you.
Okay.
Viewers listening, if you guys have watched the podcast for a while, you guys should see what you guys can get on this test. But it's 8 questions, and it's trivia about our podcast. We've done something similar to this before, and we had a lot of fun doing it, so we're going to do it again. So, yeah. Also, I think it's pretty obvious. If you guys haven't been seeing, we've been doing more internal episodes. Let us know what you guys think of these down below. We're going to start doing about one every 4 episodes. So look forward to more Jack and Aiden only podcasts.
Heck yeah.
And we got a ton of stuff to talk about all the time now. So this is great. We love it. All right. So the first question on the Beyond the Spotlight trivia. Noah, in post, put on some Jeopardy music. All right, here we go. Who was our first guest on the Beyond the Spotlight podcast?
Tom Hare.
That is correct. You're 1 for 1.
Heck
He's
yeah.
the principal of St. Mary's School. What is our most viewed episode?
Episode? Dalton Song said the first one.
Yep. And how many views does it have?
100K.
It has exactly 100K. How'd you know? Did you see it hit it?
I just know.
Did you know it actually hit
Yeah.
100K though?
Yeah.
I did not know that until today.
Mm-hmm. I
Our
knew probably like
first-
2 weeks ago.
Oh, it hit 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Jeez. Our first one to ever hit 100K, bro.
Heck yeah.
I wanted to bring that up on the pod because I didn't know if you knew that, but well, that's a little bit lame now.
Well, I
That's
just
all right.
got it right.
That's true. All right, you're 2 for 2. How many episodes, including this episode, have we recorded so
Oh,
far?
jeez. That one I won't even have a clue. I don't even look at the number.
Take a guess.
This is probably like our 76.
Close, 75. This is our
wow.
75th episode
Wow.
of Beyond the Spotlight.
Did
Kind
you
of crazy.
include Kevin's?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yes, sir. All right. What is the longest recording session we've ever done, and who is the guest?
Probably. Well, recording session or actual
Podcast.
podcast? Oh, the podcast.
Yeah.
The finished product.
No. Recording session, sorry.
Oh,
but like
so
of a podcast, not like a video.
before
or something.
edited.
Correct.
Okay. Probably Roger's Realm.
Correct. And how long was it?
2 hours.
Hour 45. Yep. That was a long one.
That was.
We're excited though. We're gonna have him back on. He's a previous guest who is a big fan of Aaron Rodgers, and he plays for the Cosmic Baseball
Yep.
team. And yeah, we're gonna have him on this summer and go check out a game. So you guys have that to look forward to. What guest has been on our show the most amount of times, and how many times has that person been on the show?
Matthew Warnig 3 times.
That's correct. Who is the second most common guest on Beyond the Spotlight?
Dalton twice.
He's tied with
Looney's twice.
Yes, correct. Nice, bro. You're firing right now.
Heck yeah.
I don't think you're gonna get these next 3.
Okay.
And these are the last 3. Which of our guests canceled on us last minute? We've only had one cancellation or no show.
that actually we ended up posting.
just in general, in the last 2 year or year and a half, we've only had one cancellation. Who was it?
They canceled.
Or no show. Day of.
They canceled day of.
Or they didn't show up. Let me just say, they didn't show
But then
up.
we filmed with them afterwards.
Potentially. Maybe yes or no.
Oh. Dalton.
Incorrect. Loaf.
Oh yeah.
Yep. We were filming
Oh,
him
dang, that was yeah.
long time
I remember
ago.
that. Holy crap. Yeah.
Yeah, he was
True.
he kept going back and forth. We were supposed to film with Loaf, and he kept on going back and forth about coming or not. And then that morning, he just never showed up, never texted us that he wasn't coming.
Did Caden even show up that day? It was
we
just
filmed
spicy.
with Spicy. I think it was just Spicy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You might be right. I can't remember if Caden was supposed to come or not.
yeah.
All right, these last two here. I don't know if you're gonna get these. What kind of cameras do we use for
Oh,
our podcast?
goodness. Sony ZVE10.
Hey, nice, bro.
I just saw Sony and then it kind of
It
ran.
rang off the tongue.
Yeah.
All right, how about what kind of microphones do we use?
SM7Bs.
Yep. What's the brand? Like what does S stand for?
Sure.
Yes, bro. Dang. I don't think you got it. I think you got like half of one wrong.
Yeah.
Whatever the total was.
Yeah.
Good job, bro.
Yeah. Normally, whenever anyone asks me about the tech, I mean, I do the audio. Like I know how to set everything up. But
Yeah.
I'm not like a big like, what camera is this? What camera is that? I don't know any of that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I let you do that.
And I'm mostly like I'm pretty entry level at this point too. Like there's still a lot more to learn.
you've been learning a lot with the boys now.
Yeah.
And then you like talk with Noah all the time.
right,
about
right.
it. I want to talk about last night because it was pretty fun. You guys kind of made me go to the bar.
Yeah, we
I
had
didn't really have a choice.
We had your third 21st birthday party last night.
Every time there's a first, Jack has to film it or make it a big deal. Like it had like first time going to the bar. Oh, Aiden's first time going to the bar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 30 and it'll be like my first time. I don't know.
Having like an Alaskan IPA or something insane.
dumb, and you're gonna film it and be like, "Aiden's first time."
I
it's
love
your
it.
second time. You know.
Yeah.
No.
No, it was a good time. We went to the Wilkin, and Aiden showed up 30 minutes late.
No, whatever. Jack showed up 45 minutes late. No, you can't even.
20,
Jack showed up
20.
45 minutes late, which is
Yeah.
pretty typical. So
Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
we almost get used to it by now.
I'm gonna defend myself. Snyder showed up 20 minutes late to pick me up, and then I stopped at my house to change. So I'm gonna pick.
And
I
you
told.
took a shit at your house. So
I took it here
oh, you took
while
it
I
here?
was waiting for Snyder.
Either way,
Yeah.
Either way,
That's
we were
insane to say
waiting
on our podcast.
We were waiting
Yeah.
to eat, and you didn't even get there till like 7:30.
I know it was 7:30.
It was bad. No, but anyways, but then afterwards we went to the bar, and we gotta show you guys.
Oh yeah,
this
let's roll
trick
this
shot.
clip, dude.
This clip is pretty sweet.
All right, guys, check this video out. For context for this video, Aiden was putting his hand up to this dartboard, and one of the bartenders came over and like threw a dart at it. So I grabbed a handful of darts, and I was gonna throw it at Aiden's hand to see if we could like perfectly line it up. I saw it on I think a David Dobrik vlog one time, and this is what happened. Snyder's always zooming in on my face.
I mean, I knew it was gonna hit my hand. I was like, whatever.
Yeah. Insane, bro. That is it. Let me get a pause on that. Bro, look at this. This is actually insane. So we got one at the middle fingertip. We got one in between the fingers, wrapping around the pointer. We got one that's, I think, a bullseye right by the hand. And then the two, bro.
That was crazy, and none of them hit my hand.
I can't believe it, bro.
But they all landed. And what's also really funny is before that happened, we were throwing like 5 at a time and none of them would stick. So I don't know how you got that many to stay.
I don't know either, bro.
That was
just one of those drunk things that like you just get lucky.
Yeah, no, that was complete luck. That's what I was just gonna say. It's like you couldn't do that again if you tried.
No, there's
Even
no
stick
chance.
that many, you couldn't do it.
No, I don't think so either.
No, that was a fun little time though. And then your neighbor was like, "Quiet down," and we were like, "No, trust me. There's a reason to be loud here."
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. We showed him the video. It's
Yeah.
like, there was only 4 people in the bar,
Yeah.
and it's like, guys, calm. It's chill. We're having a good time.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
That was awesome. I don't want to talk about my story yet. We got to save that for a little bit
Okay.
later in the pod. But I kind of want to play. I just went on YouTube right now, and Connor and Nick, who are our favorite artists, we're going to a show of theirs this summer. Hopefully we get them on the pod, guys, if you're watching. But they just posted a new song. I think we should react to it.
Have you listened to it?
I haven't.
Oh,
It literally
nice.
just came out like an hour ago.
Nice.
So we should listen to it and just give our reaction.
Yeah.
Okay, bet. All right, let me just see if I can connect.
I know exactly how this is going to go. We're going to play 5 seconds of it, and then Jack's going to pause and be like, "Did you hear that bar?" And he's going to explain the bar.
I haven't. The thing is, usually by the time I do that, I've heard it. All right, here we go. It's called Ride by Connor Price and Nick D. Oh, you can see Graham's got the, on the album
Saxophone?
cover. Yeah, he's got the saxophone cover art.
I don't mean to brag. Look, it's my world, it's the Converse. Everybody wanna talk, wanna converse. Crew all stars like we rock Converse. Converse is anyone, you know they picking Converse.
Oh my gosh, bro! Did you hear
you
what
like
he
it when
just
he
said?
does that? I remember one of his songs, literally, he doesn't do that very often, where he says the same word over and over and over
Yeah,
again. He just did it.
But it's different words.
Yeah.
Like we converse, like we're talking, but then he's like converse, like the shoes.
Yeah.
And then it's like if they're picking a verse, they're picking Con's verse, talking about his own verse. That's crazy, bro. All right, I won't break down the whole song. We'll make it quick, guys. We'll make it quick.
Look, it's my world, it's the Converse. Everybody wanna talk.
Oh, this my world. This the Converse. Saying it's his universe.
yeah.
This the Converse.
Converse. Crew all stars like we rock Converse. Converse is anyone, you know they picking Converse. November,
Converse is
baby, I'm a Scorpio, but I don't gotta read a horoscope. I know how
Dude,
to
he's been flaming the horoscopes lately. Heavy. In his last song, he's like, I pick up, he's like, what's a zodiac? I already know the plan. That's one of them, talking about a zodiac sign, flaming that. And then he's like, I read the Bible. I don't need no horoscope.
oh, yeah.
In his last song. And then he just flamed the horoscope again.
November, baby, I'm a Scorpio, but I don't gotta read a horoscope. I know how the story goes. Underestimated like a cheetah dressed in tortoise clothes. Sore throat, I'll perform shows in Morse code. I show up on the dot and I double dash. Yeah, W's only, I never double back. Nah, y'all gon' pop off some bubble wrap. Whoa, 6-figure bag off a Ruffles ad. Chip on my shoulder.
It's crazy how he can
Six-figure
just...
show for a Ruffles ad, or 6-figure check for a Ruffles ad.
I don't
Chip
know,
on my
dude.
shoulder.
When we were talking to him and how he can like create these lines, and he can create a whole song in like a day. Doesn't even take him a day.
Crazy, bro.
But you actually dive into each verse, each line, there's a meaning to everything he says.
It is crazy.
Every word he says has something, like, has an actual meaning, which separates
And
the
I
good
think it's-
rappers from the bad. but-
Exactly. And well, good from great too. I think
Yeah.
he's great because he's not cussing,
Yeah.
and he's not talking about dirty
So
stuff,
you can
which
take
makes
out
it way
that
harder.
whole vocabulary, everything you think, all
Like
of
you go
those
to
words.
Drake's lyrics, they're great lyrics. He's a great lyricist, but all of them are about nasty stuff.
Yeah.
Which makes I think it makes it way easier to write about stuff like
for
that.
sure, yeah.
And like, yeah. Well, all right, we'll just keep going.
The heart on my sleeve, catch a fist to your mouth, yeah, we armed to the teeth. Got drive, so I'm never really far from the green. My dad's a golf pro, the apple ain't far from the tree. I don't mean to brag.
Hey,
Then what you
got
gonna say?
drive from so my ball ain't far from the green.
Pass out the bag, man, let it run away. Yeah, when it caught a vibe, look at that, what a snag.
Here's the next part.
Gon' run a play. Look, never
They bounce back and forth.
I'm waiting for his rap, though.
Nick?
Yeah.
Let me hard to dap you up. I'm handcuffed to a briefcase. Looking like I just won a sweepstakes. Drop so many singles, thought I was on a speed date. This ain't an MP3, this a heat wave. I do whatever the cheese say. It's like I'm in Green Bay, everything prepaid. If I drop a song, then it's on like DK. Minor to major, that was the key change. Wow.
Oh my
Man, we
gosh,
green.
bro.
I got no beef with y'all, it's like I'm feeding a vegan.
No
Down
beef
the
like a
street, I can see it, but I got so much to do, it ain't even convenient. Got a couple kids and they need me to feed them. That's why I'm pulling paper like I'm reaching for Kleenex. Me and the fam.
It's crazy how they can rhyme with a word that doesn't even rhyme, but they make it
Yeah.
work.
What do they call that? A slant rhyme.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
Yeah.
He's like, got a family to feed, so I'm reaching for paper like a Kleenex or
Yeah.
something like that. It's
But they
like-
can fit it in. They
Yeah,
can
and make it rhyme.
sense. Yeah, even though if
crazy.
you tried to do that right now, it would not sound good.
No,
you
like
know,
if you
except for
said
the
it-
way they,
Yeah. Versus like if you
like they really probably could take any word, any two words, like you could say tomato and beer, and they
Yeah.
could like turn those to somehow like make them work in the same sentence. Or
It
something.
reminds me of that one Eminem tweet. He said that somebody said that nothing rhymes with silver, and he did like a paragraph of like words
Yeah,
that didn't rhyme with silver, but he made them rhyme with
Right.
silver.
yeah.
And it was like
Yeah.
a paragraph on it, and it just made sense.
It's same
Pop
with their.
that up,
It's same
Noah.
with their song with Buffalo.
Yeah.
their song with Buffalo. They go back and only
Hunt Alone,
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See us in command, ironic because they copy us.
Show's getting big, we might have to sell, but not
Hold
give us
on a
fully
minute,
independent.
bro. This will be the last time we pause. We'll finish the song later because I'm gonna be pausing this the whole time. C is in command. That's fun. Or C is in command. Ironic. That's because they copy us or something like that. C is in command. Connor is in command. Command C is what?
copy.
There you go, bro. That's crazy.
That is crazy. How
All
do
right,
you
I
think
need to
of
put
that?
this away. I need to put that away.
Well, it's a good song.
Holy crap, boys. I'm excited. I hope we can get those guys on the pod again this
Yeah.
summer.
Yeah, I also hope people actually like. They are really big, but actually listen to like one of their songs and listen to what they are saying because it's impressive. And
A lot of it's
as-
about money, which
well,
is kind of funny.
yeah, but what else do they talk
Yeah,
about?
yeah,
But
yeah.
like, and then the next time you listen to other songs, actually listen to the real lyrics. And sometimes you like a song just because it sounds good, but their raps aren't even that great. Like
Sure.
the raps
The lyrics?
don't make sense or they
Yeah.
don't follow a storyline. Whereas with Nick and Connor, you can give them a topic and they'll talk about it the whole way through just in different ways and actually rapping and like, yeah, no, it's just really good.
And it's like clean, which I don't know. Yeah, we've talked about that a million times, but it's crazy. I'm glad that I'm glad we listened to that.
yeah.
So you still hitting the gym?
Heck yeah. Actually, the other day, dude, oh my goodness, this is so funny.
Oh,
so
gosh.
I never ask for a spot, ever. Like, but the other day I was doing push and I was on the bench and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to ask for a spot. And this is the first time I've seen this dude, but he's a fit guy and
Younger or older?
he's a little older and he was a pretty fit dude. He honestly looked like Tarzan, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, to like picture it.
Yeah.
And the worst part about my gym, I would say, is just not that it's bad, but there's just a whole bunch of older people. So I don't ever ask for a spot because nobody even knows what that is. And so I'm the only one there. That is what's nice, though, too, at the same time, because then I'm the only one using the dumbbells. I'm the only one using
Yeah.
the cables. But this one day I see this guy and I'm like, well, what the heck? I'm gonna try and max out, and I was feeling good, so
You're gonna max out.
I was just gonna see what my max was.
Yeah.
On bench, because
Yeah.
our bench, it doesn't have the safety things. It's just like an actual, And so then I don't like to max without anyone there, because then where am I gonna put it if I can't push it back up? And so I haven't maxed in a long time, but I just wanted to see what I could do. And so I get it racked and I get it ready, and I'm kind of like, you know what? I never really ask for a spot. I feel like it's not that big of a deal, This guy not knowing, maybe he thought that I ask everyone and was going to take up a whole bunch of his time. But I go and ask him, and I'm like, hey, my name's Aiden. And he's like, I asked for what his name was, and he said, and then I was like, would you mind shooting me a little spot on bench? And he was like, can I not?
What?
He said
That's
that.
how he said it?
Yeah, he said, can I not? And I'm like,
What the?
oh, dude, that's totally fine. And then he asks, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm doing bench, but that's all right. And he's like, no, yeah, I'm in a rush right now and I don't want to do it. And I'm
Okay.
like, no, okay, that's chill. That's chill. Now, right away, I was kind of like, that was weird, because I've never had anyone say no.
Yeah,
Like no
takes
one's ever
8
said no.
seconds, I
It
think.
doesn't take that long. I would have maybe gotten this weight for 3 reps. It wouldn't have been. I knew I would have been able to do it, but not for very many. So, and it's not like I would have asked him again. It would have just been the one spot, and he would have been done. But the funniest part is I was like, okay, in my head, I never take things personal. Like I didn't go there and just mope. I don't
of
really
course.
care about that. I just was kind of like, okay, yeah, I get it. Sometimes I'm in a rush too. But the funniest thing is, he was there when I got there, and he was there when I left. And when I left, he was just walking on the treadmill. And it's like, dude, you weren't in a rush. You were just lying to me. Like, you aren't in a rush. You just didn't want to do it, which is fine. But it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just like, I feel like it's common gym courtesy. Like, always, they tell you, ask for a spot, dude, because you never know. Just be safe. But he just didn't want to do it that day. And it was just like, well, whatever. But I never had that happen to me before.
That
so
was very wild, bro.
It was. I was like, damn. And then I saw him the next day. And now every time I see him, I'm kind of like, he must be in a rush today. No.
That's hilarious. I don't think I've ever had anything quite like that happen to me before.
Do you really ever ask for spots, though? I feel
I
like
usually-
typically.
No, I don't think I ever really have, except for when I max. And if I max, I go with buddies.
Go with, friends.
I think the only time I've ever had like a weird gym interaction was two things. One time I was maxing probably 3 years ago, or not even maxing, I was just benching, and I racked it like normal. I didn't think it was loud. Guy comes up to me, do you really need to be slamming that thing down so hard every time? I'm like, dang, bro, I don't think I was.
Yeah.
It's like, my bad. And then Punk Jack at the time, I think I said something snotty back to him too, because I was just being a jerk.
There is a guy at your gym, though, too, that I know some stories of where he kind of likes to use all the equipment.
Oh my
at once,
gosh,
and-
bro. He does a circuit. Love the guy, nice guy. But he does a circuit where he's on 8 machines, probably not 8, but close to 8 machines at once. And it's like takes the whole hour. And I used to go at the same time every morning, and it'd be the same time he was there. And I'm like, there's only one set of cables at the gym I go to, and there's only a very small amount of everything. So it's like, I hate when that happens. I'm sure most people deal with that at the gym.
There's so many different like gym situations. I'm thinking of one too right now. I have a lady who just does each machine once. She doesn't actually.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
She's
That's
an
cool.
older. She's an older lady, so I don't know. She's just trying to stay fit. I get it. That's cool and all. But she, I'm like, let's say I'm doing lat pull down. She'll be she'll be to my left. And then by the end of it, she's doing leg press over there. And then I get done curling, whatever, you name it.
Yeah.
And she's just all over the gym. Like, it is just like, oh my goodness. She
Be
does
funny
it quick
to do a
too.
time lapse, just like
right?
see her
She's just
walking
running around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's amazing. Proudly made in Wapaton, North Dakota, Giant Snacks has been roasting bold flavors since 1995.
From sunflower seeds and pistachios, pumpkin seeds, and cashews, every bite packs that real flavor.
Whether you're at the ballpark, on the road, or just need a pick-me-up,
Snack like a giant with American-grown seeds and nuts.
look for their new logo, the white bison, on the front of their products, and that's how you'll know it's a Giant Snack.
Visit giantsnacks.com or visit a local convenience store to find Giant Snacks.
We want to give a shout out to our friends at All Sauger Meats, your go-to spot for all things meat and more.
If you haven't tried their Chuck Wagon beans, you're missing out. Packed with bacon, hamburger, onions, and beans, it's the ultimate comfort food.
But that's not all. They're also now selling All Sauger Meats pizzas, made with the same quality ingredients that you trust from their meat counter.
With 2 locations in Fargo, plus 1 in Ottoman and 1 in Breckenridge, it's easier than ever to grab your favorites.
Whether you're stocking up on burgers for the football game, snagging beef sticks and jerky for the ice fishing season, or grabbing a pizza for a little late night dinner, All Sauger Meats has you covered.
Check them out today and taste the difference that comes from quality, local ingredients. Hey guys, it's Aiden, your co-host, but I'm also the owner of Image Custom Homes. I'm a local general contractor licensed in both North Dakota and Minnesota. We handle just about everything from basement finishes to home remodels. We're also expanding into radon mitigation and new builds soon, so we've got a lot coming. If you or someone you know is looking to upgrade their home, feel free to reach out at imagecustomhomes.net. Your dream, your image. Image Custom Homes.
If you're looking for something fun to kick off summer, you've got to check out the 15th annual North Dakota Barbecue Championship at Shields Home and Hardware.
It all starts Friday, May 1st with the Wishick Sausage Wagon and food trucks rolling out at noon. Then from 5 to 7, the Best Bean Competition where you can sample over 25 different kinds of beans, completely free, and vote for your favorite.
And guys, we just tried these beans that Ashley brought us. Absolutely amazing, and you can try them out for yourself that day. And Saturday, May 2nd, is Grill Fest. We're talking live demos, samples, and some of the best pit masters from 11 to 4. Then at 2 p.m., grab a People's Choice platter, just $10, and you get 24 pulled pork samples, and you get to decide who takes home the win. So make sure you guys check this one out. You're not going to want to miss it. It's all going down at Shields Home and Hardware in Fargo, North Dakota.
Have you seen the mice at NDSU?
No, what are you talking about?
Here, I'll send it to you. Want to throw it on the TV?
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Did you send it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go.
One night, I just heard some rustling under my bed. Ended up getting a mouse on video, and he was stealing my ramen.
Students say rodents are invading their college dorm rooms. Mice, to be exact, and not just a few either. Some NDSU students say there are so many, they're buying their own traps.
And what is WCCO CBS News using Mickey Mouse
as a cartoon,
Mickey Mouse cartoons as an overlay on their news story, bro? That's insane. No, but that's crazy. Did you see it hobbling around in the trap?
Yeah.
Catching
That's
dozens.
Insane.
We got a couple videos of them, sent it to our friends in a group chat, and then set some traps out and caught like probably close to 8 in one night.
8 in one night? Students?
Bro,
hold up.
What?
8 in one night.
That's insane.
Dude, and
it's like they're going hunting for these mice, bro.
He's so nonchalant about it, dude.
Yeah, we sent a couple pics to the group chat, and we just set some traps out.
They probably reported it, but they were like, yeah, they haven't gotten back, so we're just going to trap them ourselves.
We only got 8 of them.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Dude, that is crazy. I could not imagine. You're already living in a dorm, which is not comfy living most of the time, and then you got mice up in there.
And it's happening at NDSU, bro.
Yeah, it's a nice school.
It is.
It's a nice school for that to be happening.
That's also not great looks. They should figure that out really quick. I mean, mice issues, I don't know, it kind of just happens. But at the same time, like, you got to get that figured out.
All right, bro, I got to bring something up that has been tickling my brain.
Tickling your brain, huh?
Tickling my brain. One of my buddies just got engaged.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
and that was...
Yeah, pretty crazy.
We're 21, dude.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. Like, I'm excited for them. They know, like, they knew that whatever, that they've been dating forever, and they know they want to be married, so why wait and everything. But it's just like, it's super weird of a feeling to have a buddy in your friend. Like the first one, I feel like everybody was older.
It's not just your buddy too. You knew both of them.
Yeah, I
very
knew both
well.
of them.
They're in their friend group.
Yeah, I went to school with one of
Yeah.
them my entire life, but it's
Yeah.
just like interesting how it feels weird that it's actually to that point in life.
Yeah.
Like we're in that point of our life where
Yeah.
our friends are starting to get engaged.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like everyone goes through it 20 to 25 to 30 where you're going to 4 weddings a summer because it's like, and then we're kind of starting that, you know, which
Like
is
he
just,
started that for the Breckenridge area.
yeah, for our grade.
because
It's like,
a lot of
whoa.
my friends, he was probably one of my first friends that got engaged.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It's one of those things too, because they don't tell you about it. No one knows. No one. I mean, we had an
Yeah.
idea. We did have an idea, but we didn't know when, of course. And so it's kind of funny just scrolling on Instagram, posted, that's how I saw it, and then like posted 10 minutes
Ring.
ago, ring. And it's like,
Do you remember how I told you I had huge news to tell you, but I couldn't tell you in front of Maya yet?
Yeah.
That was what it was. I just didn't know who I could tell yet because it wasn't public. So
Oh,
I
they
just
hadn't
wanted to
posted
tell
it
you.
yet.
Yeah.
I see.
So that's what happened. But no, it's just like, whoa, like we're at that stage in our life where, and you know, it's funny. A guy would want to be one of his buddy's groomsmen, right?
Yeah.
And so we've only been close for the last like few years. We weren't that close in high school and everything. And so he's got like a whole different group of friends. And I am like pretty sure I probably won't be in it and I won't take offense to it at all. Like that's
Yeah.
one of those things I
Yeah.
just like wouldn't care about. But like it would be lit because like you become good buddies with them. And so I'm talking to my mom about this. And I'm like, yeah, it'd be kind of sick if I was one of
Yeah.
Jimmy's groomsmen. And she goes, well, he didn't tell you about the fact that he's going to ask her. So there's a solid chance you're not in the, in the wedding party. And I was like,
I feel like
damn.
people don't necessarily decide that though right away. They have a
You're
year.
right. Yeah,
you know?
you're right.
Like I feel like when I'm talking to people about it, they decide it after
Yeah.
they're engaged or whatever.
Do
She has
you-
to say yes first.
Oh,
You know?
that's a good point. I mean, I don't think I would ever ask if I expected Morgan to say no.
yeah,
you
right,
know?
right.
I haven't asked her yet, obviously, but
so when are you going to?
yeah, right. Imagine now the pressure's on. Of
Yeah.
course, like the first one gets engaged in the
Yeah.
friend group. It's like
Then all the
whoa,
other girls get like, what should I call it?
FOMO,
No, well that
jealous.
I'm trying to think of a word. They want the ring. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Envious. All right, whatever, bro. I don't
Anyways,
know.
I can't
You
think
need
of
a
it.
dictionary. No, but I lost my train of thought. But no,
You
it's
need a
just, it is pretty crazy. It's
Yeah, I
pretty
know.
crazy.
It is crazy.
Oh, I was gonna go into. Do you know who you want to have as your groomsman and your best man? Like, do you have that lined up in your head? Because
I've been thinking
yeah.
about it.
Have you?
Yeah, well, I've thought about it a little bit, but I mean,
By the way, he's not engaged. I'm just
No.
saying for someday in the future when he
Yeah.
does get married. It's like one of those
yeah.
things you think about your groomsman.
The toughest part for me is like, who do you pick? Do you pick your lifelong friends or do you
Right.
pick your recent friends?
Right.
You know, and then you have to decide the balance between that. Because I have some friends who I don't really talk to that much anymore, but I knew they were there for me when I was in high school
Yeah.
or when I, you know, like right now I'd reach out to them and like those are some of my best friends, you know? And so it's just, it is kind of a tough thing, but I kind of don't want to worry about that till after I get engaged, I would say.
Do you think that's a worry?
What's
I'm
a worry?
stoked about being able to pick my groomsman.
Oh,
bro.
no, I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
No, yeah, but I like will
You don't wanna
think
think
about
about
that.
it.
I'll
Yeah,
think
yeah,
about
yeah.
that later.
Yeah.
Because I don't really think that's that, it's not that crazy.
Dude, I know. It's not that crazy, but for some reason I've had four older siblings get married already. And like I've always just like been so stoked for my wedding. Because they're like, I mean, it's a celebration of you. And no one
Yeah.
loves the spotlight more than me.
Ain't that
That's
right?
hilarious. No, I'll take some attention. But anyways, I'm just kidding.
Jack Wood.
It's Morgan's Day. It's Morgan's Day.
Yeah, yeah, bro. What?
It's Morgan's
It's
Day.
not a celebration of you. It's
Dude.
a celebration of you and Morgan.
Yeah, exactly. We should
But
film a
whatever.
podcast at our
Anyways.
wedding.
If Morgan watched this, bro.
No, she'd think it's funny, I think. She
Okay.
won't watch it. We know that.
Yeah, it's true.
It's kind of a meme on our channel at this point is that our girlfriends
Yeah.
don't watch our podcast
True,
anymore.
True.
But I think it would be funny if we posted up and filmed a podcast episode at my wedding.
Live?
No.
What?
Not live, but like the day of, like that morning. Like that morning.
Oh,
'Cause
we
you're gonna be
film-
one of my groomsmen, of
Oh,
course.
I see.
So like
I
we
see.
could
I
do
see.
like so basically in the morning of the wedding, the guys all get together at a location. For my brother, we went to his best man's house, and like we just like had beers in the morning and got dressed. Not too many beers, just a couple beers. Got dressed, got ready. You know, because I was 12 at the time, so I was only having 2-3 beers instead of 4 or 5. And I'm kidding. But anyways, you get dressed, get ready, and then you go do all the wedding pictures and everything. But like at that location, we have it here, and then like we come up to the pod studio and film a podcast the morning of.
That'd be sick.
Have like all the groomsmen on.
We should do
chairs.
a before and after internal too of your wedding.
After the wedding at like 2 a.m.
Before and then after.
I'd need like 7 5-hour energies.
Yeah, but it just like we talk about what we think it's gonna be like, and then we'll talk about the fun stuff that actually happened.
So are you saying the same night?
No, I'm just saying after,
in
like
general?
post.
That would be sick, bro.
Not
I'm
like-
stoked for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like to do a podcast about our weddings, bro.
Yeah.
That's gonna be sick.
And what's crazy is it's not that far away.
No.
But if I'm being honest, this is kind of a scary thought. Like weddings, like in my opinion, with our age and the economy, like this is what I think about. But there's so many in-betweens because there's so much stuff. You get married, you have kids, and there's so many in-betweens and all that. But the cost of a ring, the cost of marriage, we have to figure out our student debt still. Like we still have to figure out what we're all getting into our careers. And it's like, this is a interesting time for me. I feel like they say this a lot, but your 20s is one of your most stressful times because you're just kind of figuring life out.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
why
exciting,
Yeah,
but-
exactly. It kind of gives you the rush, I feel like, though. Obviously, we're
for sure.
just entering it. We're not
Yeah.
even close to through it or on the other side.
Yeah.
Like the people who have experience, they would know. But I think that your 20s, when you're figuring it out, is more fun than when you have
for
it figured
sure.
out already.
For sure. It's the
in your
journey that's
40s.
more fun than the destination. or
100%.
Whatever.
Yeah.
No, but it definitely is stressful though. Like, dude, ring, wedding. I don't even know how much that stuff costs nowadays.
I bet you all in all, it'll probably be like 20 grand.
I think more.
You think so?
Nowadays? For sure. Well, it depends on how fancy you want to get.
Yeah.
But like,
and where and everything.
yeah, it depends on how fancy you want to get with the ring and then how fancy you want to get with the wedding.
And that's one of those
But-
things you pay out of pocket. Like no one takes out a loan for a wedding. I
Yeah.
think the biggest thing that scares me nowadays with you're talking about the economy is buying a house. Like that's scary, bro.
Buying a house is definitely worried for our generation because, dude, I mean, with interest rates, the price of houses, right now the average age is, I think, probably 35.
It's insane,
To buy a house.
bro.
That's crazy.
Way too high.
Yeah, not good. It's scary for our, and what's bad and good for me, but no, what's bad for most people is you have to rent, and then you rent for so long, and all that money goes down the drain because you have to rent for, and around here is not cheap. This is cheaper than Fargo, but like in Fargo, the average person is spending like $1,000 a month just to rent.
Dude, even here is like
Even here is expensive.
decently expensive
Yeah.
over by like the Walmart. Anything that's like decently nice is
Yeah.
expensive.
No, it's bad.
I'll try and keep this kind of short, but I want to tell you about my Hawaii trip because I'm excited about it. It was a
First-
straight up bucket list trip.
First, you have to start with the trip there just to get
yeah,
there.
bro. That's a good point. I was pulling up pictures a little prematurely here. So for those of you who don't know, my girlfriend Morgan is going to school in Hawaii for the spring semester. So I took 10 days to go see her, which is a long time.
Quite a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great time the whole time, but you know, like toward the end, it's like I'm getting so behind at work.
Yeah, you
I
have to play
low-key
catch
need to-
up.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm flying Delta, and I'm like, all right, usually fly Frontier or Sun Country. We're gonna get some bougie
You thought it'd
flights.
be luxury and quick.
Yep, that's right. Still, I mean, I even took the connecting flight just because I was like, it's Delta. It'll be A to B to C, quick, no problem. We'll be fine. So I get to the airport a couple hours early, just in case the TSA lines, because that's been insane lately. Get through in 5 minutes. I check my bag and get through TSA before the person who dropped me off gets home, and they live 10 minutes away
Yeah, that's crazy.
from the airport, which is great, but I was there early, so it's like, you know, so I had a lot of time to sit around. So I get there at about 11 o'clock, and my flight is at 1, takes off at 1, so I start boarding about 12:30, 12:20. It gets pushed back to 2. with no reason why. And Delta doesn't do delays that often, so it's like, what are we doing? Gets pushed back to 3, gets pushed back to 4, gets pushed back to 5. And at this point, I missed my connecting flight. That's gone. So like, if I get to Seattle, what am I gonna do? So we go through, and there's 45 of us on this flight from Minneapolis to Seattle that are also hopping on the Seattle flight to go to Honolulu.
Wait, there was 4 of you?
45 that were. They said, because it was like a common connecting flight. They said, raise your hand if you're going from Seattle to Minneapolis to Seattle, Seattle to Honolulu. And there was 45 of us. It was crazy.
Holy crap.
So all of us missed our connecting flight. And it was due to weather in Seattle is what we finally figured out after 4 hours. So I've sat there from 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock at this point. And keep in mind, I started driving at 6 a.m. that morning because we have to drive to Minneapolis. So it's a long day so far. So it's 5 o'clock. And I'm like, our flight's still supposed to go, but everyone thinks it's going to get canceled. So I was advised by a lady next to me, you might as well beat the rush and go to the Delta help desk and try and figure it out. So I go there. I wait. This is at like about 4 o'clock. I get there. I wait for about an hour. I get to the front, and I'm like trying to like see if there's a way I can switch my flight or do whatever. Guy is zero help. I was there for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, asked him, and I left. And that was it. And I was like, great, now I don't know what to do. An hour later comes, it's 5 o'clock. And I'm like, all right, I need to figure something out because I need to get to Honolulu. Go back to the desk, talk to another person. And they said, even if that flight takes off to Seattle, I will miss my flight. It's already gone. So and the next flights from Seattle for the next 3 days are full because people have been rescheduling. So if I go to Seattle, I won't get there until Monday. And it was a Friday. And so I end up flying. She said the only way you can get there by tomorrow is if you fly from Minneapolis to Salt Lake and then Salt Lake back to Georgia, back-to-back flights. And
Which is different parts of the country.
Yeah, you're flying backwards. You're going out of the way.
Yeah.
And then from Georgia, you land at Georgia at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and then at 10 a.m. So you have a 5-hour layover. You fly from Georgia 11 hours to Honolulu. And from here, it's 8. So you're adding 3 extra hours plus 2 flights. It was just like the biggest
Plus all
mess.
the time you've already waited.
Exactly. And I was stressed trying to get there at this point. I was losing my mind. And so I'm like, whatever. If that's the only way I can get there, put me on the flight. And I'm like calling around. I asked Ken, who knows flights. He knows flights. And he said he's never seen Minneapolis flights this bad before. So then I go from Minneapolis to Salt Lake, and I'm in Salt Lake at midnight, and I'm talking to the flight attendants, and they're like, so I don't know how they knew, but they're like, so you're the one that's going to Georgia tonight, huh? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's the only way they said I could get to Honolulu. And they're like, what? Why would you do that? So anyway, I get off, go to the help desk, and I prayed on the flight a whole rosary that there was a way, because all the Salt Lake to Honolulu flights were full. But I prayed a full rosary. I was like, please, Lord, have something happen. Something miraculous happen, because everything's sold out. So I go to the help desk, and I'm talking to the guy, and it's midnight, and he's like, all right, I got you. We're going to put you on a flight tomorrow at noon from Salt Lake to Honolulu, and I got you a window seat. And I was like, thank God, man. Oh my gosh, I was so relieved. So I stayed in a $300 hotel, which I have not gotten reimbursed from Delta. Hopefully that comes through. Probably not. And then, I got to Honolulu, and that was it. And then,
yeah, no, dude, this whole time I was tracking you because I just was curious. And I'd be like going throughout my day. Oh, still in Minneapolis. Oh, still in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Isn't he supposed to be gone by now? Then I called you. Eventually, I called you, and then you kind of got me up to speed on everything. And it's kind of funny because when I called you, I was like, I wonder if he's busy. And I'm like, wait, he's sitting at an airport. He's not busy right now.
And then you called me, and I was busy trying to figure out what I was going to do.
Yeah.
So I couldn't figure out what I was going to do.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of short story long, but it was a long day. That's for sure. Flying home sucked too, because I went to Seattle, had a 5-hour layover, nowhere to sleep. And it was a red eye to Seattle. I didn't sleep on that flight. Didn't sleep the whole morning, and then flew back to Minneapolis, and it was just a mess. I spilled my whole water bottle on my back, had no clothes to change into, so my sweatshirt was soaked. It was just terrible. Wait, hold that thought. We need to thank some people that keep on the electricity at the shop, literally.
Thank you, Muehler Electric, for sponsoring this week's episode.
They've been serving Wahpeton and the local areas for over 30 years. And with 2 master electricians on staff, they've pretty much seen it all.
Their work is shockingly professional.
I see what you did there.
And it's always done right the first time.
So when you need reliable electrical work done, give Muehler Electric a call at
701-642-4708.
Thank you, Muehler Electric.
When you think about North Dakota State College of Science, don't think about college. Don't think about desks. Don't think about buildings. Don't think about our expert instructors or our high-tech classrooms. Think about that new pickup you'll soon be driving. Think about decorating your first apartment. Think about that great job that's already waiting for you. Then, think about how you'll be doing all of those things in just 2 years. North Dakota State College of Science, the smarter way to college.
All right, if you're a coffee person, you've probably already heard of Mega Latte, but if you haven't yet, now's a great time to check them out.
Yeah, they're North Dakota born and built around comfort, connection, and community, not that rush corporate vibe.
They also have locations across North Dakota and have recently expanded to Dickinson, making that their 9th location.
Every drink is handcrafted, fully customizable, and you never feel rushed through.
Honestly, this is where Aiden and I go anytime that we're looking for some great coffee and a morning pick-me-up.
They're also big on supporting local schools, events, and fundraisers wherever they're at.
So next time you're grabbing coffee and want it to feel intentional,
make it Mega Latte and see if they have a location near you. Visit megalatte.com.
If you miss golfing when winter hits, this one's for you.
Woods and Irons in Wahpeton is an indoor golf simulator with 3 bays and thousands of courses to choose from.
They've even got a league that you can join, which is perfect if you're looking for some friendly competition, and it's a fun way to challenge yourself and your buddies all season long.
And if you don't have your own clubs, they've got you covered there.
It's open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., and it's family friendly, so all ages are welcome.
Plus, it connects right to the driftwood. They have pizza, adult beverages, or just a pop if that's your thing.
Honestly, anytime we're looking for some fun or just a break from the cold, we head to Woods and Irons, and it's the easiest way to golf year-round without waiting for the summer.
Book online at wahpetongolf.com or call 701-672-1134 today.
When it comes to upgrading your vehicle, you want someone who actually cares about the end result, and that's exactly why we choose Lakes Country Wraps.
Bryce, the owner, has over 6 years of hands-on experience and takes a lot of pride in the work that comes out of his shop. They offer everything from commercial vehicle wraps to full color changes, to window tint, paint protection film, ceramic coatings, detailing, and chrome deletes. So no matter what you're looking to do, they've got you covered.
At the end of the day, Bryce treats every single vehicle that comes through his shop better than his own, and you can see that in the final product. So make sure you guys give Lakes Country Wraps a call today at 218-850-9895 and get your ride looking ready for the summer.
But how was the trip?
Trip was amazing. Like I said, absolute bucket list trip. I even made some notes here to keep track so I would remember everything that we did. But some of the things we got to do, we went to the southernmost point in the United States. We were on the Big Island for part of the trip, and so that is the southernmost point. Not only did we go to the southernmost island, but the actual southernmost point on the island. So that was
so you're
sick.
pretty much right next to the water then.
Yeah. Yep. I'll show you a picture of it. It was pretty sweet. We went to the Black Sand Beach, which there's only a small amount of them in the world. Straight black. It was unbelievable. Green Sand Beach, which was all right. 2-mile hike in 90-degree weather with no wind. And I had a gnarly sunburn at that point. That was terrible. I went swimming with sharks and manta rays. That was sick. I built 2 turtles in the sand. I'm stoked to show you guys those turtles. And then we visited a volcano, active volcano. We did a couple of really cool hikes. And then we got to see some waterfalls. But just to show just to show you, because you haven't seen any of these, right?
No.
Just to show you some of the pictures from when we were there. So here's the Tesla robot. Of course, there's a Tesla store down in Waikiki. There's like a ton of like Prada, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Rolex. I've never seen a Rolex store. And then they had a Tesla store. And here's me and a little Tesla robot. So that's going to be cool when they start doing that. Then we did this hike called Cocoa Head, where it's like the Manitou Incline. Remember when we did that? Which is just a mile hike up the side of a mountain with stairs in the background. You can kind of see. And so we did that. It was absolutely beautiful. There's the background. That's what it looked like in Honolulu. And then we went to an aquarium. Check out this tree, bro, that Hawaii has. It's like the roots are like above ground.
Yeah, it's like it was planted and then they took out the soil underneath.
Yeah, it's crazy. Then we had some jellyfish when we went to an aquarium. Got to see a shark there and a grouper in the background. We went to this place called Sky Bar, which was just like a bar and restaurant super high up in the air. Now, this is sick. This is the black sand beach. That is the black, and it's sand.
It looks like dirt, though.
Yeah, it's not dirt. That's the craziest part. It's not dirt. It's straight up sand. It's almost like...
Is it soft?
It's a little bit harder than sand, but it's not rock.
Yeah.
Like, you would think it's rock, but it's not rock. That was really, really cool to see. Talked to a couple locals there. That was fun. This was the volcano. There's the active volcano. It was realistically just a big crater. It wasn't like a mountain with a hole like you'd expect. So, it's kind of lame a little bit. This is a volcano tube. So that goes all the way through an entire mountain. And it's just a big tube that was caused from lava flowing through it, which is unreal. You get to hike through it. That's what the start looked like. And then it's just pitch black over there. Then here is the southernmost point. Pretty sweet. Just like the water with like huge cliff, huge waves in the background. One thing about the Big Island, which is interesting, the whole soil is black. There's no soil. It's just not ash, but volcanic rock or whatever. This is when we went to see manta rays.
Did you guys go snorkeling or scuba diving?
Snorkeling.
Okay.
Here is what it looked like.
Oh, wow.
So as you can see here.
Is that the actual ocean?
That's the ocean, yeah.
They're wild. They're actually wild.
Yeah. You go about 15 miles out into the ocean.
That's cool.
Or 15 minutes. It probably was a mile.
Yeah.
But it was very wavy. You go at nighttime, so it's completely pitch black. You can't see anything out there. So it's kind of hard to tell, but those are pool noodles. You put your feet on top of pool noodles, and then you hold on to this mat. So you're like laying horizontally with your head down and then the snorkel out of the water.
Sure.
And then they pump plankton out from the pad, and these manta rays, that's where the plankton naturally lives, but then when you pump extra, they come and swoop and eat it. And they do like backflips. They're 13 feet wide, and they do these backflips.
Cool.
And it's like they literally get in your face. It's crazy how close they get. Those are people that they're getting next to, right? Mm-hmm. Look at this one doing backflips.
That's cool.
Oh my gosh. Look how close that one is.
Yeah. You could touch it.
And then there's a shark.
Yeah.
There were sharks everywhere, bro.
That's crazy.
You could touch them. They said you're not allowed to. They'd take you off, but insane.
That's crazy. Obviously it's a safe place, but that's crazy. Like, obviously everyone always thinks about like, oh, what if a fish bites me or a shark bites me or whatever.
And you can see those little bait fish. Those things swam all over the whole time.
How'd you get this video, or is this you right now?
Nope, this is the guide. He just airdropped it to me.
I was going to say, so he's scuba diving.
Correct.
I see.
Well, not necessarily. He didn't have any equipment on besides like the big paddles on his feet, whatever those are called.
Okay.
Flippers. What are they called? Those big things that you put on your feet to kick and swim better.
Frick, what are those called?
Brain fart. I don't know.
I should know. I was in swimming.
Paddles?
What are those things on your feet called with the flappers?
For when you're swimming.
Oh, flippers.
Is it just flippers?
Yeah, it's flippers.
Okay. All right. Here's the turtle. Big turtle. Huge turtle, actually. I'll give myself credit. No, so it literally was gone before we even left the beach, which was disappointing.
Yeah, you did it too close, but you need that nice water or the sandy.
Yeah. There's my sunburn. That was terrible, bro. It was so bad.
Is it still peeling?
Nope, I got a whole new back. It's not peeling anymore. My back is fresh. And then this was our flight to, I mean, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it, but it was a really good time. You can kind of see the waterfalls, but I highly
overall
recommend.
take on Hawaii. Recommend go visit?
I would say it's not a vacation place. If you really enjoy drinking, chilling, not doing much, just hanging around, I wouldn't go to Hawaii if I was you. To be honest, I would go to an all-inclusive resort in Mexico.
Yeah.
But if you like hiking, exploring, visiting new places, and adventuring, Hawaii is the place for you.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful for that.
Yeah.
And the beaches are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got one more thing for us. And if you guys don't follow us on Instagram, go follow us at Beyond the Spotlight Pod. We made a story post where we asked you guys to ask us questions, and we are going to send you guys some shirts.
Which look like this.
Should we give one of the shirts to somebody who comments on this post? On this YouTube post?
Oh, yeah, we could do that too.
Let's do it. All right, so if you're listening to this point in the episode and you comment T-shirt in the comments, if you say T-shirt in the comments. And if you
get to this point, we know you got to that point.
Exactly.
Which is pretty impressive.
It can't be a random comment. It has to say T-shirt. You're going to get a free T-shirt. The first person to say T-shirt in the comments, you're going to get a free T-shirt down below. But real quick, we got a lot of responses to these, so we are just going to pick a couple.
You can answer, then I can answer, or whatever.
Perfect. Dude, we got a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Fire them.
This one comes from C_Hardy13. Who or what was your favorite podcast to record or just to be there in general?
We get this question a lot, and I feel like it's always different. So I'm just going to go a different route. But I really liked Cody Milk.
Oh, nice. Okay.
This was one of my favorites.
Yeah. Nice guy.
Yeah.
NFL player for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, and it was just so fluent. Like, probably one of the best interviews we have done.
Yeah.
Too. So
I think that the first trip to Nashville vlog, first I'll go with that. First trip to Nashville vlog was my favorite. Just to be there, not necessarily podcast, but just like, that was amazing. One piece of wisdom or a saying that you live by every day.
You go first so I can think. I actually have it. Everyone right now gets so caught up in how much do you make? How much do you make? How much do you make? And like, that's so common amongst our friends because a lot of my friends are starting to go out into the workforce, right? And I don't think it's about how much you make. I think it's what you do with the money you do make. And so I always like to say this, and I say it to my friends and stuff, but I have a couple mentors who have lots of money and very successful businesses. And if you gave them $80,000 a year, they could find a way to make millions with that $80,000 a year by using that money and using that money to make more money and investing in different things, whatever that looks like. So that's one of my favorite pieces of advice is to not get so caught up in how much you make, whether you make $30 an hour or $40, but it's what you do with the money.
Awesome. I don't think I have like a specific phrase or anything, but I think it's just like work hard. Like put the hours in, work hard at whatever you're doing, work hard, work smart, do them both.
I saw a quote at Jimmy John's the other day. I'm going to butcher it, but it said something like the difference between successful people and non-successful people is the ability to work hard.
Nice.
It's just that simple.
Yep.
You know?
I love it. We got a few more here. How do you deal with doubts internally?
Well, how I deal with doubts, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how I would tie like what I specifically doubt myself on. But I feel like sometimes just talking about it with people, with some of your close friends, your family. And if you think that you doubt something's going to work out, just talk it out, talk it through. And at the end of the day, one thing that I learned at church the other day that we don't do enough is pray first. We always pray after something happens or after something bad happens. Pray first about it.
I like it. That's awesome. Are you working for the Sea-Boys? Yes, I'm working for the Sea-Boys. We answered that on a previous podcast. Go watch our last internal titled Our Last Episode. Pranked you guys on that one. Was not our last episode. All right. Do you have a top 10 list of people that you hope to interview one day?
We don't, but we should.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That
I
would
don't
be
think I
cool.
have a top 10, but I have you really want Nick D.
Yep.
Is that your number one?
Well,
or
no.
you want Kevin Hart too?
Kevin Hart, Matt Rife, you know.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of different places or different people you could think about. But it would be cool to get like a top 10 of somewhat realistic people.
Yeah,
that we could
I like
write
that.
down.
Dream guess, I would say for me would be like Theo Von and Logan Paul.
Mhm.
I think that would be sick. Okay. How do you get all of your guests on the podcast?
Mostly DMs.
Yeah. It's very interesting. It's like so many different ways, from DMs to connections with our previous guests, or like usually I feel like connections through people who know people.
Yep,
you know what
that
I mean?
too.
Hey guys, it's Ed or Noah here. On this week's episode, the Roadcaster started acting up from here on out. So the rest of the audio you'll hear is coming from the wide-angle camera. So sorry for the inconvenience, but enjoy the rest of the episode.
I'll see that somebody that I want to get on, somebody who I follow already follows them and they follow each other. So like we make a group chat, like that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So in the beginning it was a little bit harder. It's still not easy to get guests on, especially bigger followings.
Yeah.
People with bigger followings.
We are more reputable now though.
Yeah.
So it is a little easier to get guests.
We have a ton more. Maybe we'll save the rest of these for a future internal episode. But let's go with, how are the personal businesses going? Last one from Milo. Shout out Milo from Brush Marks. Johnson Auto Detailing is completely different from what it used to be. That's for sure. Only in the fact that a lot of it is run by itself. Mason is my employee. He is an absolute G. He is detailing cars here every day by himself, killing it. And then I hired my mom as my bookkeeper, so she does all my bookkeeping. She pays Traver and Mason, and then and then I take care of like social media and just like overseeing and helping with anything that's needed. But for the most part, those guys do a great job of running Johnson Auto Detailing. But it's still my baby. I still love the business, and I'm excited to see hopefully some new services that'll be coming in the future.
Who asked that?
Milo.
Shout out that person. Shout out Milo. Wait, do we know Milo? Is it Milo from Brushmark?
Last one from Milo. Shout out Milo from Brush Marks. All right.
Really, bro? We're gonna mean me.
He said all of those things too.
I go shout out Milo from Brush Marks.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyways,
I wasn't
it
paying
don't
attention
matter.
to that part.
Go ahead.
Anyways, so I
Image
have
Custom Homes.
I have two businesses, two personal businesses: Image Custom Homes and Image Properties. My custom homes, it was a little slow. I'm just a general contractor, but it's just a little slow this winter. But things are already starting to pick back up. I got my website redesigned, and I've started to get a lot of actually phone calls and text messages and stuff. What kind of sucks though is in the world of general contracting, they're asking 5 other contractors at the same time, so you kind of just start bidding things, and I don't really like that. I'm gonna start to try and provide myself with work, which is why I'm gonna try and stride. The reason I talk about it is so that I actually make it happen. To build a house this summer, that's what I would love to do. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah,
If
that
it
would be
doesn't, it
awesome.
doesn't. But then my other business, my properties business, is doing pretty good right now. I've been renovating as people move out, and it's been doing really well. So
That's awesome. I'm trying to find this clip right now, so give me 1 second.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Okay, so I thought this was hilarious because it's very relatable for you, and I think it's super accurate. So this video, it says, if clients treated every store like they treat contractors.
yeah.
That'll be $86.12.
86. My buddy just got the same stuff for $60 last week.
Maybe he was at a different store.
Whatever. I'm gonna need a cost breakdown on every single item.
Sure, I have your receipt right here.
No, that's not going to work. I need an exact breakdown, materials and labor, so I know exactly what that costs and why I'm paying that much.
Sir, it's just groceries.
What if I pay cash? Can I save some money that way? Hold on one second. I forgot a couple things. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. This should be it. What's the new total?
Now you owe $109.52.
Wait, why is the price more? You already told me the price earlier. Why did it go up? All right, whatever. If this goes bad before I eat it all, you're replacing it for free, right?
Sir, I'm sorry, but it's $112.51.
I'm not paying that much. Here. I'll leave these two here. What's the new total? Just those two.
The price is still going to be the same.
This is a scam. You know what? I don't even want it. All y'all are the same. You're just trying to make money off of me.
Dude, how accurate is that?
It's so accurate. It's bad because it's like with contractors, everyone has to compare. But when you go to a steakhouse and order an expensive steak, you could go to Texas Roadhouse, get that same steak, but people don't like. It's not like, oh, I could go to the next restaurant and get a $40 steak instead of a $60 steak. You're gonna eat the one at the restaurant you're at. So like, man, that does get frustrating. Like, even throwing out bids for some people. Like, I have bids that are not even $2,000 to do something, and they're sending it to 3 other people, and it's like, what are you like? Am I just? It's like it's almost like you're just competing with these other, Which is why I'm ready to get into my own stuff, where I provide myself with work, and if somebody wants to have stuff done, totally I'll do it. But I don't have to rely on other customers. I can start doing my own things.
Makes sense.
So
I love it. Well, I hope you guys made it to this point in the episode. If you did, thank you so much for sticking with us and watching this episode of Beyond the Spotlight. Anything else to leave with the listeners, Aiden, besides a gulp of water?
Comment t-shirt, and the first person to do it gets a free t-shirt.
There we go. Awesome. All right. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Beyond the Spotlight, and we will see you next Monday at 6 p.m. Peace.